Next up, we have RE Worlds End Loneliness, another long version by this DD Dice, I guess, featured in maimai. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a Layman-Friendly Analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member, all that good stuff. Once again, everybody, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas 2025, I will take a single fan fiction of the choice of the community, whatever y'all want, and I will fully produce, record, and voice act an audiobook for it. This has to be achieved through legitimate means, though. No account duping, no botting, no follower buying, nothing like that. No rat behavior. Go share the videos and the streams with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two distinct concepts, by the way. Bring me more artists to collaborate with. Do not harass anyone. Do not spam anyone. No rat behavior. There's also the hype function on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but we have a group on the Discord that does, so go check out the Discord. It's there. Members get early access to the content if you're a paid member. So I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, you get early access to the videos on Saturdays when I schedule them, regardless of your tier. So become a member today. Disclaimers: this is my first time listening to this ever, so I will be pausing a lot and I will be speaking a lot, as I will be pointing things out and explaining things as I hear them or as I realize them. And number two, this is recorded live on stream on a single take. I already stumbled upon my words. I will do it again. Whatever happens, happens. With that being said, let's do this. Worlds End Loneliness, another long version. Let's go. Okay. So this is this goes it does not waste time building up the intro. We start with a very, very fast multiple iterations of our initial motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. And in this case, we did something that is called sequencing. So sequencing is a way that you can develop your material with, in which you take a musical idea, and Royal, welcome today, how you doing? And let's say we have this shape over here, we repeat it, but we do it in a different spot. In this case, we were going downwards, so we repeat the same musical idea, just going downwards, which gives us this meta line of the downwards going. Really, really cool. And we had the percussions there, the drums, pretty much just doing the same rhythm. Let's see where it goes. So yeah, now those chimes, we're repeating the motif. This time it was slowed or elongated. Elongation being when you slow down a motif. Elongation. The opposite of elongation is reduction. So, yeah, there you go. We're doing an elongated version, sequenced upwards this time around. And let me go back a second or two, because it sounds like it was gonna hit something. I like this. So, we end up doing now the opposite with a reduction of the motifs, a reduction and an inversion. Inversion is when you take a musical idea, at least in melodies, you take a musical idea, you grab it, and you flip it upside down. So what are we doing? We are taking the inverted versions of the motif, and this one has some sort of like peak, and whenever those peaks happen in the pattern, we are highlighting those with the melody, giving us another motif and another melody, using just the high points of those motifs, inverted and otherwise. Really cool way of using the material you already have to create more melodies. Let's see where it goes. Elongated version. And off the ramp we go. Oh my god, I think it wasn't inverted. I don't think it was inverted. I think it was still the same. It's just confusing with how fast it went at the start, but yeah, I think it was just sequenced and with the accents at the top. So yes, now off the ramp we go. Off the ramp being a colloquial term that I use. Colloquial, by that I mean that there is no official academic definition for this, or at least I'm not using it for the sake of simplicity. Off the ramp is what I call this type of transition that makes your listener feel suspended up in the air at the mercy of inertia, waiting to see where you're kind of like going off a ramp. And how do you do that? Remove the drums, maybe the bass as well. It can be as short as a couple of beats, it can be as long as an entire section, and it sounds like this one's going to be a section. So yes, we now have strings, we bring in pianos, we elongate the motif, and now, okay, so we bring in this vocal track now. So we brought like piano, and in the back we had the strings and everything doing the elongated version of the motifs. Now we have the vocals giving us the elongated version of the motifs, while we have this other synth bringing in with this build up, fading closer and closer with the drums, with another, with the regular version of the motif, I think. So let's see where this goes. Ooh. Okay, and now we have this really insane drum beat, and we are using reduced version of the motif, so it's sped up. And again, those peaks of the motif are where they're giving us our melody, our main melody, and we are using the drums to highlight those in what is called accents. Yeah, accents, just like if you were to try and say like a Norwegian accent or a English accent. So accents in music are for accentuation, and that is exactly what we are doing. That is exactly what we're doing over here. This is wild. Let's see where it goes. Do a quick break, and guitars and synth doing the motif now, while the background speeds up. Now we have the drums, these like super glitchy, very cool drums going on with this, while on the higher end we are having another synth giving us a looped version, elongated, like a little bit slower, more straightforward version of the motif. This is really cool. Let's see where it goes. Oh. Okay, so now we're bringing the melody more in the sense of... Okay, so now we are entering this kind of more like a series of solos. We're circulating a melody through different instruments, kind of how you would in a ensemble where there's a bunch of solos. Like this is something you would do in jazz, you would do in funk, you would do in like most live ensembles of this style, where you just hand off the solo from one instrument to another. Because once again, when you're making music, you want to keep a very careful balance between what is familiar and what is new. Too much familiarity, too much repetition, too much of the same thing, and you risk boring the listener, they tune out. Too much new material too quickly, you risk overwhelming the listener, they tune out. However, there is one universal exception, which is solos. If you put a solo, as long as it's cool, you can get away with anything, which is kind of what we're doing. We started with the violins, we handed it off to synth. I think now we're going to the guitar, I think. Let's see where it goes. Synths, yep. A lot of accents there for the drums. Reduced version of the motifs, being very spread out. And elongated version of the motif. Switched up to the chimes, we speed things up. Reduced version of the motif. Off the ramp again. Elongated version of the motif in a single instrument. Very elongated now, giving us different chord changes, but we're still using that same single motif. We have a vocal sample doing a doubling. So the vocals are doing a doubling. Doubling just means that there's more than one instrument doing the same thing at the same time. It is impressive how much is going on in this piece, and it's still one motif. It's still one motif that is being used. This is very Beethoven approach, Beethoven-like approach, because pretty much everything except the drums has been the motif. One way or another has been, like and with the exception of those like mini solos that we have, everything else has been the exact same motif. Sequenced, elongated, reduced. Changes in the rhythm, spreading it over a little bit more, but it's always the same motif. This is really good. Let's see where it goes. Piano with the motif. Violin in the background with an elongated version of the motif. Synth. Motif again. Drums going absolutely insane. There we go. Going back, recapitulating what we did before. Off the ramp, and that's the motif. That's the motif. Once again, using a specific part of the motif as an accent to create an overarching melody, still using the same motif. Taking advantage of the speed of the notes that you're playing while highlighting specific points in that melody to create a slower melody, making this considerably more digestible, despite the fact that this is really fast and changes a lot. Despite how many changes we are having here, we are still using the same material. This is very impressive. This is very impressive in the sense of usually artists that would make pieces this fast would be coming in new material. New. This guy, one motif so far. One motif and a couple of accompanying ideas. One motif so far in the entire thing. And we're having changes after changes after changes, and we're still only using one singular idea. Everything so far has been the same motif. This is impressive. Let's see where it goes. That is DD Dice? I think so, yeah. Same reduced version of the motif, giving us those accents. Same motif. Just reduced. Very, very fast, giving us those accented, slower melodies. Still, same motif. Same motif. Meanwhile, the drums are speeding up. We're creating cadence. Drums are doing accents while changing the rhythm. Off the ramp. Elongated version, slower version of the motif. We change over from piano to synth. Reduced version. Original version of the motif. For again, maimai. Still using the same motif. Like, these are still the same motif. We're just taking different variations of the motifs, layering it on top of each other, and it's still the same motif. And it sounds almost completely different every time, but it's still the same material. This is insane. This is really well composed. This is really, really well composed. Let's see where it goes. We go up to 30 seconds left. Elongated version of the motif for the melody. Regular motif being sequenced. Speeding up the motif. And elongated version. One last run of the elongated version of the motif with a tutti. Tutti being when everybody plays. It's spelled this way, by the way. Tutti. And that's it. We bring it to one last high note. We used a single motif for well over 4 minutes, 20 seconds. It was one motif. It was a single motif being sequenced, being elongated, being reduced, using it in so many insanely different ways. Like, every section sounded very different from one another, but we were still using the exact same material. And at no point did it feel overwhelming because we were still using the same material. This was very impressive. Mad respect to DD Dice for this, dude. Absolutely. Like, technically speaking, The music is really fast. This is usually just programmed to be this fast. It's very, very rare that you're gonna have somebody play this live. So in that aspect, there is like, yeah, you know, that you can always program something to go fast with a computer. But it is the intricacies in this that really impressed me. How every layer of this that I could catch, and mind you, this was a single listen that I took. Every single layer was the same motif. The same one motif. Like, we're talking, this is levels of developing the motif that Beethoven would use for his Fifth Symphony. Like, everything is the same motif. So, absolutely insane. There you have it. That was R.E. World's End Loneliness, another long version from the maimai soundtrack by D.D. Dice. Once again, everybody, this has been the Basterd's LFA, a Layman-Friendly Analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member, all that good stuff. If we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas of 2025, I will take a single fan fiction of the choice of the community, whatever y'all want, and I will fully produce, record, and voice act an audiobook for it. This has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, no rat behavior. Go share the videos with your friends, with your families friends, families, bring people to the community. Use the hype function on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but we have a group on the Discord that does. So link down below for the Discord. Bring me more artists to collaborate with. Bring me more artists to collaborate with. Do not harass anyone. Do not spam anyone. Do not be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays. And if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of the tier that you're in, you get access to the videos on Saturdays for the LFAs, at least when I schedule them. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, go to the Discord server, link down below, go to the LFA requests channel, and follow the instructions on the pinned message. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you're not in Europe, no need to worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in Discord and Twitch, both linked down below. So if you live in Butts County, Georgia, and you're like, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Do not worry. Go to the Discord, go to the Twitch, and it's all showing in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. We have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games Are Bastard. That's where I put the recordings of the video game after shows when they happen. We stream the video games live on the main channel, and then the recordings go on the Games Are Bastard channel. Link down below, or just search on YouTube. Same username as James R. Bastard. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. There you go. World's End Loneliness, D.D. Dice. What an impressive use of motific development, man. Really, really impressive. But yeah, let's move on.